Welcome back, everyone, to East Providence, Rhode Island, East Providence Lanes. I'd like to say a quick thanks to Mike Sodoma and his staff here for hosting this weekend. He's been right by our side every time we need anything. Helped us with our internet. Hopefully it holds up. But we always love coming to East Providence. So let's say this is NEBA number 962 on the road to 1,000. This is the Strike FX doubles event. We are bowling on a Kegel Big Bend pattern, which is 44 feet long with a ratio of 7.33 to 1 and 24.7 mils of oil. So we're seeing high scores all day. Last round we had a 550 by a team. This morning, Kevin Tebow and Stephen Dale Jr. shot 550 some odd over for the two of them. So you're going to see some scores. This is the round of 8. So these teams have already made it through 2 rounds of match play, or got a bye in one round. Let me go over the bracket with you quick, so you can know who we are watching on our feature pairs 3 and 4. Brandon Robertson and Tim Gillick. Again, Tim visiting us from Michigan. He's been working at the Brunswick factory for the last few years, but we always like seeing Tim come visit. They will be bowling the team of Jamie Silva Jr. and Tyler Perry. And on 5 and 6, our other feature pair, the team of Tyler Blanchett and his father Steve Blanchett against the team of Chris Soule and Mike Lickstein. And then off to the right, which you may only be able to see the pins, you're not going to be able to see the approaches, but on 9 and 10, the team of Jeremy Melito and Mike Mirabile, who just shot 556 or something like that, with Mirabile shooting 300 in the round of 16. They will be bowling Bruce Hall and Don Fry. And on 11 and 12, Jesse Cody and Tony Bennett against the team of Chris Viali and Halver Nielsen. So we'd also like to thank our sponsors, Strike FX Pro Shops, Alex and John. 6 locations, including this building right here, East Providence, Somerset, Cranston, Old Mountain Lanes, Brockton, and I'm going to forget one. Sorry, guys. I knew they have New Bedford. Okay. They are the host sponsor for this event. I'm going to go over the rest of the sponsors. I didn't do it last round. I didn't have a fresh copy in front of me last round, so I'm going to make sure I get all the sponsors in for the season on this round. So let's give you a quick update on the scores, and then I'm going to go over the sponsor list. On 3 and 4, Gillick doubled. Robertson strike up, going for a double right here. And he's got the trip to 6-8. So they have 2 doubles up, and Jamie Silva has spare strike, and Tyler Perry has a double. So that's a 10-pin lead for Gillick and Robertson. And on 5 and 6, Steve Blanchett started with a double. Here's Tyler with a spare up going, and it's a weak 10. And Chris Soule has a double, and Litch has a strike up, going for a double here. So they can take a 11-pin lead early. So our next tournament, after this great weekend we had here at East Providence, we had a big turnout yesterday in the trios, which was the first trios tournament we've hosted in 15 years. We had 49 trios teams yesterday, and 106 doubles teams today.
I cashed.
Oh, Chris Forey's going to join me in the booth there. Thank God I got somebody to talk to. So we have had a great turnout over the 2 days. You're talking 147 bowlers yesterday and 212 bowlers today, counting entries. So, 350 bodies in 2 days is great.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I do. I do everything. What's the difference? I say, what else do I do?
So, I will say, while Chris is getting mic'd up here, our next tournament is March 19th and 20th at Bullwinkle's Pro Shop at Hall of Fame Silver Lanes. That will be a challenge pattern on a medium length. Trying to get Chris hooked up here. Maybe did I hook him up?
No. I got it.
Got it?
Is this yours?
No. Test. Good.
Better. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You got the wrong.
That one's working, yeah.
I put the wrong ones on.
Okay. All right. Technical difficulties are avoided. You have the wrong headphones on.
Yeah, it's the ones you can't hear out of.
I hooked everything up, so I probably put them backwards.
No, you're fine. I just happened to, I did it twice. I did the same thing 2 times.
We have 3 setups here, so when there's 3 of us, then
When you couldn't hear me because it's turned down all the way.
there you go. Okay.
So, that's all right.
All right, we're back. Sorry
for all
delay.
the static and all the banging around while I'm trying to figure it out.
That's all right.
How are you?
All right, how you doing?
Losing
You were doing,
sticks.
I know.
Yeah, we bowl well, though. Scotty bowl well, I bowl well. I mean, we ran Lich and Soul. It's
a very tough team.
The Hall of Fame connection. I don't know how that's legal, but...
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Soul hasn't won in that long.
Good now.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Darryl.
Thank you. Like I said, we just grabbed the wrong set. So, but yeah, no, it's they played pretty similar to what we saw this morning. Big cliff in the middle, and just depends how you want to attack it. I did not do what he just did there. I made sure I threw it into the cliff. I took no chances my ball would do something crazy from the right. But it's fun stuff. How's it going? How's your alone stream going?
It's
a lot to do when you're one person.
It's very tough to do. It is.
So I'll give you some help here.
It is. I appreciate that. I know you get a long drive to go home.
Oh, that's all right.
It's tough. It's tough. There's a lot of time to try and kill, and I can't check on the matches that were way down there. Like I had no idea what you guys were doing.
Yeah.
Normally if I was with Bruce, I would turn my mic off and run around and score check in between shots. I was.
You had the binoculars.
Solo.
You forgot to take the binoculars out.
It's tough to use the binoculars when you already got glasses on. It doesn't work.
I can't use them even. I don't wear glasses. I don't know how I have to I'm adjusting, and by the time I do that, there's 4 frames done. So
the good news is we had some internet problems the first round, and Mike reset the router for us again, and I hope it's been okay since. I haven't. But we got 130 people watching, which is great.
Let's take a look and see what's going on there. Turn down my volume before I kill everything. Thanks, everybody. I got to say, first of all, great weekend.
Yeah.
Great weekend.
Really was.
60 entries. How many this afternoon? About 50-ish?
It was 106 total.
So we had 60 in the morning, so 46 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, so we haven't had 106 teams in a while.
And then 49 trios yesterday.
49
like I said,
trios.
about 350 bodies in 2 days. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought, well, that's weird. Let's see what's going on here.
So the team of Gillick and Brandon Robertson have the front 9. 5 for Gillick and Robertson with 4 stepping up in the 5th right now.
Yeah, I crossed with them this morning. Now, Brandon, for about 2 games, didn't look like he felt comfortable with the approaches and everything, and he stumbled around for a couple 230s, and then he changed balls, and he's not using the same ball this time, but he changed balls, and he just lit them up. And Timmy just grinded away, and then when they got a little cliff on the right where you had that big burn spot and then the hang spot, Timmy won a couple 2-0s, but Timmy knows how to play. I think he saw it the right way this morning and realized, I can go left to right for a little bit, but at some point I got to be able to chuck it into that puddle,
Mm-hmm. So Brandon just struck. They now have the front 10. Hey, Jeff. Jeff Dawson saying hello.
Yo, Jeffrey, what's up?
Lead sponsor. Appreciate it, Jeff. How you doing?
Yeah.
So they do have the front 10, but
they're only up by 30.
They're only up by 30 because Jamie and Tyler have only missed twice. So
yeah, and Tyler, if he strikes here, is going to let them know that they're still in the match. I'm going to guess.
The fist pump will be out.
Fist pump, and maybe
Tyler Perry fist pump.
A little bit of a spin around, spinarooski. There he comes. Walk it out. Oh, yeah, actually
no fist pump.
Yeah,
oh.
pretty
We must
pretty
save
simple.
that for the end of the game.
Pretty simple. Yeah, I thought we would hear a little hooting and hollering there. But yeah, that was like I said. I'm very excited about how the weekends worked out. I know nobody wants to hear me ramble, but I just think it was, sometimes expectations. It's good to always lowball a little bit. So I thought yesterday, 25, 30 entries would be good.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic to see what we got. And then today, when they first said, we sold out in the morning, I'm like, all right, well, the afternoon will just die off a little bit. But then I said, 30 teams will be good in the afternoon. Next thing you know, we got, 40-some teams, and it's a good thing.
Listen,
so
we're not going to complain about you rambling on. It's a lot better than me fumbling around by myself for the last hour. So say whatever you want.
And then this guy Vic, he flies some guy into bowl with him. I mean, I don't know how this is legal. The guy probably has a world championship from Europe and nobody knows about. So I'm only teasing.
Of course. I mean, we've.
Oh, that one's hooking.
Yep.
See, and that's the problem with when you go left to right. At some point, you just get that tiny bit early spark. That's why personally, my partner and I, now we're not bowling, so obviously you got to give them credit. But my partner and I had the theory all day of keep it pretty much 15-ish down the lane, through the mid lane, down the lane, and if you get like too right of that, you're okay, but don't throw it to the right of that. Then we see it bail, and that's why I said going left to right. At some point here, with all the traffic, you're going to see balls almost like yesterday, where we saw from Webb, their team, that group where the ball didn't finish.
Now that you say that, I thought that was the case on lane 4 the last round because I saw the bucket like 3 or 4 times on lane 4.
Yeah, they're pretty cliffed in the middle.
These guys are whacking it right now.
They are so far, but we, same with we bowl Lich and Soul. I mean, and they had a good look, but at some point there's going to be shots that just don't quite get there. There's some good events coming up.
Yeah.
The next one is at Silver.
It is
for the Bowl Winkles Pro Shop Open.
Mm-hmm. March 19th and 20th.
Yep, and what kind of pattern are we on for that one? So
it's a challenge pattern of medium length.
Yep, so that means it'll be in at about 5 to 7 to 1 ratio, 5 to 7.5, I think is what they determined that to be. I like that this was supposed to happen a couple years ago, so I like that we have it scheduled out that, hey, if you want to bowl rec patterns, you know when the rec patterns are going to be. If you want to bowl when they're super hard, if you want to avoid tournaments because you don't like rec, I'm sorry, I think you should bowl everything. That's the only way you get better. We're not going to be happy with everything. Lich Mop, not everybody's going to be happy with everything that gets put out, but at some point, we're all bowling on the same stuff that particular day. There's a skill set to it. It's a shame, you might struggle. For as good as somebody always bowls, there's always somebody's bowling bad.
Somebody's always going to win. Somebody's always going to lose.
Yep. So yeah. You have glasses, so I can't even read that.
Yeah, I can't even read it with my glasses. That's the problem.
I can go get just put my bags in the car, so my readers are in the bag now. And and Webb left, so he had his readers on. I couldn't see that. I'll go to my phone.
I was hoping to get another copy myself because this is really small.
I have glasses now for reading, so I'm old. Yeah,
we're old. I'm going to be 50 next Saturday, by the way. So
I'm catching you.
I have glasses on just to be able to see, to walk. Never mind to read.
Yeah, I can only. It's close up, so if I hold it like this, I'll be fine. So I'm going to go to the schedule on my phone.
All right, Chris is going to go over the sponsor. The print that we have is very tiny.
They try to jam the whole schedule on a piece of paper, which is great for the young kids that are 18 and
not so great for me.
And their eyesight's still good. Us old guys. Tournaments. Here we go. I get my phone to load up. So the next one would be, again, Bullwinkle's Pro Shop at Silver, March 19th and 20th. The one I'm personally looking forward to is obviously the BuddiesProShop.com Open, April 9th and 10th at Nutmeg in Fairfield, and the start of the Paul Ford Memorial, which I'm very excited about. Obviously, COVID took away that, but $10,000 prize fund right there.
Yeah.
A lot of ways to qualify, but you have to come out and bowl to qualify. You can't just be sitting at home. And you have a chance at the end of the year. I think first place is $2,000 for that. For the Paul Ford Memorial, the payout list is $2,000. I think if you finish in 20th, you get like probably like
$150, $160.
Yeah, I mean, what the heck? You're bowling all year, and you have a chance to
yeah,
get
it's
something.
not like you have an entry fee. It's like you're already bowling the tournament. You just
a little
qualify
bonus.
within
Little
the
bonus.
tournament, right?
Little bonus.
So if you finish in the top 8 of any of those qualifying events, you automatically qualify for the round of 64.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Round of 64, and then it becomes like a eliminator every
Cut
day.
out like the bottom X amount of people.
Yep.
Every
I think it
tournament.
goes 64, 48 to 30 something, and then down to where you're down to the final 32, and then the top 20 will cash out of that. But which is pretty cool is every guy has to bowl when you make it to that far. Every guy has to bowl 9 a.m.
Right.
And your score from 9 a.m. determines whether you advance or not from that. So it's a pretty cool concept that Vic and I have been working on for a lot of years. And then one day I just said, you know what, we can't seem to get somebody to pony up. We were trying to get a couple different companies, and I just felt it was a good thing that we could do to try and figure out how to get entries throughout the summer when we tend to lag a little bit.
Right.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool concept. Then we have we have also IM Bowling powered by Low Run Fusion. We have the one I also can't wait to do is the Green Mountain. Go up to see the Green Mountain Open and Rutland. I was so upset, when COVID hit and when that came off the schedule, because I was really looking forward to that. Was one of my ideas when I went and bowled. I'd never bowled the Green Mountain. I went up and bowled. I went and bowled the next NEBA, and I went over to Viali, and I talked to even Ed Roberts about it. I said, we need to go there. And they were like, I'm like, first of all, we get other people to come bowl. They have all these people the last weekend from the Albany area bowling. So let's go see them. Let's have these people come out and support us. They like going to Ken's Bowl. So
I'm going to tell you something else. Okay, now that you say that, there's another place we need to go. We need to figure out a way to do it.
I agree with Bopo.
Bayside Bowl is I don't care if it's a 5-man team event. Like they only have about 16 lanes.
They have 16. I think that you guys said there's a couple. We shouldn't use the lanes on the end. So I know there's some ideas there. So I've
got to find a way to go there.
Vic and I will discuss that.
Yeah,
Vic and I get into a lot of the Vic Kipperman and I. We come up with a lot of the different ideas we have. So I do think that we just need to. I like the idea we're going to different areas finally.
Oh sure, yeah.
I feel like for a while we got stuck in like this centralized area. It became simple because hey, there's where all the entries are. Let's keep going there. But we also. I feel like people didn't want to come bowl anymore because why should they keep driving 4 hours to bowl NEBA? Like, let's go to them. Listen, it's gonna take me for me to go to Rutland takes 3.5, 4 hours. I'm gonna go bowl. I want to be there. So we also have the Dexter event. We thank you to Paul Sylvia, Savage Arms, which will be in Chicopee, Turbo Grips. Thanks, Chris Sand. It's a Grog Monster. That's another sports betting. That's That's
Greg.
Yes, thank you.
Greg Flamon.
Thank you. My brain had a little. We have Callahan's. Thanks to the Callahan family, great supporters of bowling, and then Yankee Lane's Jeff Barden. They just
got
amazing.
his tournament going on right now.
Yep, I think there's a couple weekends.
Couple weekends left. Yep.
Yeah, the boys asked me to go there. Litch and the guys. I think the next week they're bowling. They asked me to go. Unfortunately, when you have a business, they asked me 3 months before I can book it. But in the case if you ask me 2 weeks, 3 weeks early, and I already booked Saturdays up, a little tough. But now they want me to just go on a Sunday. I go, you want me to drive 3 hours? You want me to go 3 hours to bowl 9 games? They go, we do. I go, yeah, but you drive 2 hours to bowl 9 games. So currently I'm not bowling, but Jeff Barden does a great job. Chicago Sam's, that's a pretty cool thing. That must be a new sponsor, so thank you, Chicago Sam's. That's coming up. BowlingSeriously.com. Who can't ever thank enough of Joanne Herman and everything she does for women's bowling and for NEBA. Bloomfield Electric, Antonio Renaud. Tony's starting to bowl again. 13-pound balls going down the lane. So
he is.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
So I've just flashed up to the scores quick. Brandon Robertson has the front 8, and that team has a 38-pin lead going to the 9th frame.
Yeah, Gillick hasn't thrown he just threw it really bad. His finger split open, I think.
Uh-oh. Yep. And then on 5 and 6, Litch is up in frame 7, and the Hall and Fry team have a small lead because they have 2 doubles up.
Yeah.
Or actually, it might be.
Litch is throwing your thing, which he threw. I call it the variety pack. So Litch and I obviously was going to be the slowest match in the world, which actually we got done pretty quick though.
That wasn't bad. Yeah. You guys, yeah.
So I said to Litch after he threw like a 4-bagger against us, and the ball was like just not flushing him. Let's put it that way. And I go variety pack. He just starts laughing.
Is that a purple he's throwing?
No, he's throwing a
the double cross.
The double cross. I was gonna say, what's the double thing from Radical? And I run a pro shop, and it's so bad.
I couldn't tell.
My brain locked up.
It didn't look that black to me. But
it is. It's pretty charred.
Yeah,
it's a little charred also. Soul just had the absolute. He could get it behind the pattern. He could get it left of the pattern. I don't know the lane. It's like a 10-1, but still, if you catch it the wrong way, your ball's not doing the right thing. And he could get it behind it and get the turnover. He had a really good look. Thanks to TechVision and Bruce. Thanks KR Strike Force. Another big one. First one coming up back in October. We have on to Manchester. I've never bowled in Manchester.
I've been there once in my life.
So Jeff Barton, $5,000 going into that weekend. So
somehow I got Berthier and Miles Copeland caught me in the sub in
that Trios League on Thursday.
One night, once a long time ago.
Yep. We have DJ's Pro Shop, and then of course Storm for the Tournament of Champions, Better Bowling Concepts, Ideal Bowling Concepts. So that's all of our sponsors. So thank you to everyone.
Thank you
and for all you do. Lots of cash we throw out, and Brandon Robertson striking away.
Throws again, real quick. Just locks up for a second, then it goes on again.
Yeah. So unfortunately, some Evo issues. It looks like, but I'll take a look at it here when we go to the break.
So Brandon did throw the 9th strike. Tyler needs this one.
Strike.
Yeah, he needs this one to keep this match alive, going to the 10th.
I hear Tony Bennett clapping down there. Oh my Lord!
God.
That went sideways and 7-9. I can see a 9-pin out of that. That went sideways past everything. Wow. I saw a 9-pin when it checked off because he got a little further right. He got a little further right than he did the other ones, but
could have been either or, but not both.
That was crazy. The ball literally went right past everything. Nice shot there by Mr. Blanchette, young man. Come a long way from when I first met him when he was a junior bowler.
Yeah.
Come a long, long way. Nice game there. That's just crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I thought when Litch and Danny came over, I go, you should let us start the game. Get to about the 8th frame, and then let everybody else start bowling. And Danny goes, there's nobody to the right. You guys need to, he's joking,
Right.
And I'm like, well, I don't know. But I thought we bowled at pretty good pace. Litch balked a couple times. You see that messenger get stopped by the pin?
Yeah, the pin.
But yeah, we
stopped it.
Litch balked like twice one time. There we go. Sorry. It's usually about the same frame every time.
Like Beetlejuice, if you say his name.
Did you ever notice it's about the same time every time, too? Now I'm going to be a little quieter about it because I don't want to get him. But it's generally around this time, So Michael's just unbelievable. It's just class act to bowl against. Timmy, and instead of the 7-9, the 4-9 goes.
You see what's going on those other matches over there? I think looks like Bruce's team might be in trouble.
Bennett was clapping a lot, so I see 301. Another thing just flashed. So 320, 301 showing on the board, and they're all about equal in strikes. So, well, now Jesse's going to shoot a spare. So we're talking about Jesse, Cody, and Tony Bennett, and they're bowling against. I have no idea who's bowling with Riley. He did introduce me to the young man.
Alvar Nielsen.
Okay, he did introduce me to him in the paddock, check-in room, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, oh, who's this? And then he's told me, and I'm like, he's from Sweden.
Then you watch him throw it once. And
I haven't even seen him throw a ball.
Oh, he throws it really good.
I'm gonna guess they met him over at the friendly thing they
Probably.
do.
Yeah,
be my guess. Yeah, honestly, I've never seen the guy throw a ball because obviously we've been down that way the whole time, and they were. I think did they get a bye the first round? Vic?
Yeah.
Did he get
no, they were down here, I think.
Yeah, I only saw the second round. He was down here on 3 and 4, 5 and 6, so I didn't know how he came in.
Oh, they did get a bye. They were 7th seed.
Okay, yeah. So I never saw the young. I didn't even know there were any buys. I'm gonna watch right now. Yeah, rolls are heavy. Rolls are really heavy. So here's the funny thing. I'm gonna tell you about this. So Vic and I are talking before the finals, and I'm like, yeah, we're talking about the lane pattern. I said, of course, I don't like throwing it over my left toe unless I'm playing right up the gutter. I said, but you had to throw it over your left toe. And Vic starts laughing. He goes, you hear that left toe? And I go, why? And he says to Mr. Nielsen, he goes, he didn't know what that meant when I told him to do that. And the guy goes, but you're really not throwing your left toe. You're just trying to keep it straight. You just turn your body and try. He goes, well, you're not throwing your left toe. I go, no, but that's what we use to try and explain to ourselves. This is what I have to do. I have to feel like the ball is going up the lane or left instead of to the right. It was just funny, and I'm like, different lingos and different parts, So that's they're still down though, right? Do you got them down with the strings on the board? So you got 20.
I got them up
50,
2, I think.
20, 50.
Oh no, wait a minute.
They're up by 30. They're still up 30.
They're a bowler ahead though.
They're bowler. Well, I'm just going by the math here.
Yeah.
So Litch hasn't bowled yet. So 20, 50. So that'd be, if the kid strikes, they got 50. That's up 7 there on Litch's side. 20, 50, 80. So actually, they're up by. They're up by like 8.
Yeah.
You think Vic struck?
I heard him.
I love Vic. I love, like yourself, we came in from a different era. I'd always tell people go, why do you guys get so excited when the younger kids bowl? I go, because we grew up with equipment that you hope is struck. So when you strike, you get excited about it. The young kids don't get excited. Have you ever noticed that?
Well, they expect to strike all the time.
Well, exactly, because of the equipment. They grew up with expecting that when the ball hits the head pin, it's going to knock them down. We grew up hoping when it hit the head pin, we knocked them down.
We grew up with,
so we throw
urethane bowling balls and wood lanes.
No, but it's a difference of how we act when we're bowling. So really go to like a junior gold tournament or something like that. The kids don't get like Parker's kids get into it, but I think as they grow up around Parker.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? Like grew up around that part of bowling, the older generation. But the younger kids, if they didn't not into it, my junior bowlers bowl like the robots. Like there's no hand slapping, nothing. And I'm like, get excited! You threw a strike. You know what I mean? It's interesting to watch. It's interesting to watch that new generation come around, and because they're so talented and they strike, it's like you're allowed to get into this.
Right. I mean,
I'm gonna let you talk.
You think of all the things that have changed in the last 30 years since we learned how to bowl.
Well, I grew up bowling. I honestly started bowling in the 70s. I was fortunate to be born, as Vic and I were talking about today. So I was fortunate to be born into this too a little bit. My father had us on the lanes about 4 or 5 years old. So
I think the first synthetic lane I ever saw in my life was.
I saw in '82. I saw my first one.
Really?
Rocky Springs Lanes in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Yeah, about 82.
No, I was going to say.
No, I would say about 82, 84.
First year I bowled in college, when I met guys like Viali.
Yep.
And Tim Mack.
The big shot for Litch.
Yep.
Sorry to cut you off there.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, Timmy, if I grew up.
Bowling's more important than our stories, but they had a big college tournament at Atlantic City. At the
Showboat.
Right? And
16 lanes at the day.
Yeah, that was. I think, honest to God, that was the first time I ever saw a synthetic lane in my life. And now, they're everywhere. That's all that exists.
Yeah, the first place I bowled at, I bowled junior league in 2 centers, and a place in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Rocky Springs Lanes. It was 90 cents to bowl there. They had the cheapest lineage anywhere. The people paid for the lanes out of their snack bar account. That's how much their snack bar did. And they put synthetic lanes, and we didn't know anything about them, but they were great. And then a couple centers in the Reading area and our area started putting them in.
Strike for Tyler. So let's do the math here. They're actually up 38 now. They both doubled, and Sol and Litch did not. So it's a 30, right? You got that? 38.
I'm looking at this one over here just so I can tell you what's going on in the other match. Right. So you figure out that one.
Yeah, I got 38 pin lead for the Blanchette's going to the 10th here. So they're in pretty good shape.
So that's 224 up there, so that's 57 over there. So that'll be up there. They're about even on lanes 11 and 12. So that was a fill ball. So fill ball 9's okay for. Jesus, I don't have a brain fart today. Way too much bowling. Well, Jesse's bowling with
Tony Bennett.
Thank you. I don't want to think. Yeah, sorry about that, Tony. So that match is 223. The kid's going to shoot 257 here, or 250s. So let's do some math here. You got a pen there? Mm-hmm. So he threw 9. He threw 8. So that's 55. So 55 and 23. So plus 32 for Vic. So you throw 32 on Vic's score. It's amazing I could see that from here, but I can't read. 246. So here's the situation here. Both guys strike out, we have a tie.
Wow.
If I did my math correctly from this distance. Can you see that far?
Sort of.
I see plus 32.
And then Bruce's match, it looks like they might be down.
He got it. So you got so the kid's got 240. So Jesse's got 246 on the out. Vic's got 54, 84, 14, and they got 32, so that makes it 46. They'd be even. So this is interesting. They need Tyler to have like an open, right?
Yeah, Tyler would have to open.
That's what happened with Litch and I. It was like, okay, if Litch goes 5, which is not probably going to happen. If he goes 5, we can now get there. So Vic needs to strike. Through the face, match over. Yep, end of match. Yeah, he was a little, like, it's hard to see from this angle, but it looked like he's slow and grabby on that one. And again, when you're playing out to the right there.
Doesn't take much to get it to go early.
Nah. You could also wash out. I threw a washout throwing one right today. I threw one ball right all day, and I washed out. And I'm like, oh, it's going to hook. Well, there's free hook out there. And it never hooked.
So 277 for Steve Blanchett.
Nice
they
game.
Have a 36 pin lead. So I think if Tyler just gets 9 on the first ball, that might be enough.
I just like to always do this. There's like a 33 there, so you throw 33 under the...
9 miss is enough. By 1, I think.
So 33 on top of that. He's got 125, 50, 80, 50, 80, 210, 240. Even if he opens, he got 240 with the handicap, technically.
No, it's irrelevant now. He's struck.
Yeah, it didn't matter. He would have had to throw, like I was saying before, like a 5. He would have had to throw a 5 split to cost some wood and then, catch up. So great ball by Litch and Soul.
So Jeremy just got 8 on his fill ball. That means, so it looks like Bruce's team is down by 14, but he's on a hit, and the other team is not. So that match is not over yet.
Yeah, it's 1 pin up top. So Bruce's partner, Donnie Fry, was up 1. So you get Bruce 171, so that's 231. So Mirabile needs a double. Whatever Bruce does is what Mirabile has to do. You got that correct?
Yep, sounds right.
Yeah, because it's so tight. That's yanked. When Bruce needs it, the elbow just flies. It's unfortunate. So now, Mirabile still needs the first hit. Well, 92-10. Nah, he just needs to.
No, he just needs to keep it on the lane.
He needs to keep it on the lane.
I apologize for my 144.
Yeah. And that's good enough.
Redemption baby.
Wow. I have no idea what he said.
He said a redemption baby, but I don't know what it refers to. I think they changed their order from the last round too. Mirabile was bowling lead off the round before,
really?
I think.
Yeah, Bruce just unfortunately, I'm not trying to pick on Bruce's game, but sometimes when it comes down, he just chicken wing. He's been having this problem of pulling the ball from the top of the swing. It happens. He just hard to get. We talked about watching the show today. Don Barrett threw a couple of really bad balls in the middle of the game against Chris, and the ball got tucked behind him, which has been a bad habit for the last year. Yep. And when you need it under pressure, sometimes those bad habits are going to come back because it just, your body's going to take over. You're going to try making things happen. So, but nice ball by Bruce and Don Fry.
I've been fighting that chicken wing thing for the last 10 years.
It's hard.
Getting better at it now. Finally,
yeah,
it took a long time, but
yeah, it's hard when you're once you get into that, it's hard to change it because it's hard to get your target back in front of you and trust that you're not going to yank the ball. So advancing, we got Gillick and Robertson. We have Cody and Bennett. So that's going to be the first match, semifinal match. They're going to be on 5 and 6. And then on 3 and 4, we're going to have the Blanchette family bowling against Melito and I know it's not Mirable. I know I say it wrong every time. I apologize.
I've been saying that all day. What is it supposed to be?
Well, if I don't know how to say it, I have no idea.
Well, you know it's not that, and apparently I didn't know
Mirabali?
that.
I think it's Mirabali or something like that. I know they tried telling me a couple of times at East Haven one time, and I feel bad.
I do
Sorry,
too
young
now
man.
because I've been calling him that all day. I didn't have anybody to tell me it was wrong.
I only know that because people have told me. And the problem is he could probably tell me, and I would still say it wrong because I just ignorant. I apologize.
Lich, always the class act.
Absolutely. So that wraps it up, guys. We're going to come back for the semifinals. We're going to have Melito Mirable bowling against the Blanchette family on 3 and 4, and then Cody and Bennett bowling against Gillick and Robertson.
We're saying it right. See
Mirable?
that? Yeah, we're
We're
good.
about Mirable. Okay. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sign us off, and we'll see you in a little bit.